Hello everyone and welcome back to the Multi-Battle League channel. I'm that guy Harvey and today we have the weekly recap for week 1 of the Multi-Battle League. Now I'm joined by not Juan today, as unfortunately he had to rush to the hospitals to deal with some family issues. We hope that everything is okay with you and we will see you next week for week 2's weekly recap. So today I'm joined by Tailwind.
And I'm back again. Hello everyone.
Yes, we're seeing a lot of Tailwind this week.
Clean.
Don't toot your own horn. You be quiet. We are here for the weekly recap, so we're just going to run through every single match and just go over some of the big talking points from each of them, starting with the Team Views revival of Team Subs versus Team We Disney. Team Subs bringing Hitmontop, Mew, Seismitoad, Clefable, Mega Lucario, and Crobat. Team We Disney bringing Landorus Incarnate, Magmortar, Silvally Ghost, Tornadus Incarnate, Tapu Koko, and Lantern. As you can see on screen, a 4-0 win for Team We Disney, and quite a dominant performance, I would have to say, really.
Yeah. As you saw yesterday in my power rankings, I had them at number 2, and this is because of how on top they were in their game.
It's completely true. They played around Team Subs' more defensive playstyle very, very well. Like the double protect on turn 1 allowed them to get Silvally in for free. The constant protecting from their side just allowed them to keep the momentum up. And Team Subs could never get momentum off of Team We Disney. They managed to set up the Tailwind, which was very crucial for their team. It allowed their entire team to outspeed everything on Team Subs' side.
And not to mention the Icy Wind at the end, also helping with the speed control.
Yeah, the Icy Wind coming in at the end, allowing for Landorus to outspeed Mega Lucario, allowing for their entire team to outspeed. Again, as I say, Tapu Koko at the end coming in and cleaning up with 2 kills. But one of the big talking points really early on, turn 2, Team Subs not recognizing Silvally Ghost.
Yes, I think that may have slightly been a bit of Luke's blame there, dictating it as it was Poison or Fairy because it was pink. And as I said, I think you guys need to look at the bottom screen.
And I only watched one side of the matches. I only watched the away side, as you'll see on these screens. I only watched that side. But apparently, even in the team builder, Callum brought up the possibility of Ghosts, but they did not prepare for it too well. Which really... go on.
They did prepare for it, but they didn't... They thought it would come, but they didn't think when they saw it, they didn't think it was because it was pink. And with Arceus, it actually goes like a deep purple. Where Fairies are light pink and Poison's like a kind of like a even deeper purple. So it's kind of hard to differentiate with Silvally with how common their colors look. I
can't understand that, but again, they do have a bottom screen which will tell them. Yeah. It won't tell them the type, but it will tell them if a move isn't effective. So when trying to use something like Feint, that would be extremely helpful. And
no effect.
Taking the Mew Z move very, very easily and doing a huge chunk back with multi-attack. In general, just a very dominant performance from Team We Disney.
Yeah.
Landorus picking up the KO on Clefable very early on, which is another thing. They forgot Poisonium Z. Well, they didn't forget. The Landorus side was traded over from Duncan to Shofu, who then forgot to put the Z Crystal back on, which very nearly could have been... important, but very much was not. Sheer Force Sludge Bomb was destroying Clefable, and on top of that, the crit freeze from the Ice Punch onto Tornadus on turn 4.
Luckily, it was as long as another freeze we get to.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Don't worry, we'll get to that. But Shofu summed it up brilliantly. It's like it didn't matter too much. But it very well could have ruined the entire game. Yeah.
That turn 1-4 is always nice to get.
The turn 1 Thor was very good for their team. And Duncan even said it earlier. If they knew they were going to Thor, they would have done something different. But in the end, the result, I say, is a 4-0 win. Sees Team We Disney move up to put very high in the standings very early on, which we'll get to also later. So now let's move on to match number 2, which is Team Leaky and Team Blue Hun. It's probably the best match entertainment-wise to look at. Team Leaky bringing Abomasnow, Necrozma, Mega Gyarados, Magmar, Rhyperior, and Sylveon, with Team Blue Hunnits bringing Rotom Heat, Hippowdon, Mega Sharpedo, Mega Steelix, Tapu Lele, and Deoxys. And as you can see there, a 1-0 win for Team Leaky. This was a very, very aggressive game. Whereas the last game was quite meticulous in team stuff protecting a lot, this was not the case. We saw probably, I think, only one protect from Team Blue Hunnits side the entire match.
Yeah. They had a lot of offense.
You can say that again.
I watched it from Blue Hunnits side, which was very entertaining. I did dabble through Team Leaky's side to get their forts and stuff, but the full watch was from Blue Hunnits side, and they did a lot. I've seen a lot of people on their comments saying why they didn't get the in Leaky's side, why they didn't Mega Evolve, why didn't they protect to get a speed boost. They did cover that in their side, that they didn't want to let it get a Dragon Dance.
Yeah, I did not watch their side. I watched all the right-hand teams for this week. But at first I was very confused about why they did not protect their Tapu Lele until I remembered, oh wait, they're Specs. That's why they didn't protect it. That's why they didn't protect it, and they're swapping for their own Earthquake with a Mega Sharpedo. So I don't think they wanted that to go down too early.
No.
But that was one of the big things. They brought so much offense that they killed their own Mons twice.
It was fun to see.
Yeah, once their Earthquake from Mega Steelix killing off Tapu Lele, and the Sand killing off Rotom Heat. So very easily, Mega Steelix could have 3 KOs, but this is how it is. You can see Necrozma burning its Z move right off the bat into... Oh, God, what was it into again? Was it into...
Rotom Heat.
It was into Rotom. Yeah, which
yes.
took it like a goddamn champion.
Except for the first one where it got correct.
Shh, we don't talk about that one. We don't talk about the first recording. There was a DC in it, and they did mention there was an unrecreatable crit with the Z move. So they just wanted to play the game again. But I thought both teams played very, very well in this match. They had a lot of good synergy going, especially the lead matchup for Team Blue Hunnits, Hippowdon and Rotom Heat. They played very well with those two, but they lost both their Z users very early. They were both holding Z crystals, and
it was a good back and forth.
Losing those two very, very early on really damaged damaged their team for the rest of the match. Although they did nearly pull it off, but Team Leaky was playing too smart with them. In the end, Mega Gyarados taking the fall from Mega Sharpedo, only for a Bomber Snow to come in with the Energy Ball, wrapping up the game.
Yeah, it was a bit unfortunate that the Signal Beam didn't kill. I was honestly expecting a Superpower or a Focus Blast, but then I saw Signal Beam and I was like, oh, okay. Going for that confused, I see you guys.
You see that. I was a little bit confused about why they weren't running any Water-type move on Mega Sharpedo. If they did have... I did not watch all of the team builder for Team Blue Hunters, I will be perfectly honest. Although, once again, GE, your slides are fantastic. If you ever want a backroom role for MBL Season 3, do let us know. Hit us up. We'll hook you up, please, because those were actually very good. But again, like, if they had some kind of water-type coverage, like Waterfall, maybe, that would have been fantastic for their team. Being able to hit the Rhyperior, if it were to come in, being able to hit the Magmar in the match. Because that Magmar
also been
was a bit of a nuisance. Again, yeah, it would have also been their win condition as well.
With the flinch and then the crunch to break the sash.
That would have been something fun to see. But this is how it is. Team Leaky, though, did play very, very well on their side. Unfortunately, that Sylveon did not get to do much. It came in, it stayed in on Steelix, and got completely squashed.
I did like the double edge on the Sharpedo, though. I feel like a lot of people will ignore that. Well, I don't think a lot of people. But it's a very good way to hit that Mega Gyarados. So
I do agree. I do appreciate the thought with the double edge Mega Sharpedo, but I just think that Waterfall might have been better for this for this kind of matchup. I did not watch the team builder.
I didn't see their third move. So if it was Psychic Fangs, then yeah, Waterfall.
It was it was Psychic Fangs. I did see that at least.
So Waterfall would have probably been better.
Maybe it would have. But
anyway.
I think a big reason they kind of lost the match was not taking Rhyperior out early. That was
Rhyperior did a lot.
Big nuisance for their team. I think it's more just being a bit careless with their Mons. Like, I guess they were playing very, very aggressive, but they weren't really protecting them as well as I would have liked, or some people would have liked to see, which is what gave Leaky the advantage in the end of the game.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll move on now from this match to our third game, which is Team Jamie and Team Drinking Birds, which was, I think, one of the fastest matches of this week. It was again, another very aggressive game. Team Jamie bringing Mega Blastoise, Victini, Porygon Z, Rotom-Fan, Excadrill, Tyranitar, and Team Drinking Birds bringing Blastoise, Mega Venusaur, Landorus T, Metagross, Pheromosa, and Darmanitan. I'm sorry about the way I entered that Team Jamie team. I feel like I should have said something else there. That was terrible. Ugh. I'm admitting that mid-recording. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, this was, again, another very good match to watch. And from Team Drinking Bird's perspective, it was basically the perfect game up until towards the end.
Yeah.
Now, having had a very good lead matchup with Blastoise Mega Venusaur against Mega Blastoise Victini, correctly predicted the fake out into their own Blastoise and hitting the Victini to stop it doing any damage to Venusaur, or setting up the Trick Room as it was in this match.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that the grassy terrain and water terrain, water terrain. No, not grassy terrain, water terrain.
The pledges. The pledge moves.
Yeah, I feel like if they did pull off the combo, it would have helped Jamie out a lot because they were Trick Room. Because that's the one that slows that team down.
I imagine it would have, but I liked seeing the pledge moves come out. That was a very nice, interesting bring from Team Drinking Birds this week. And I'm happy they picked up KOs. I'm happy they picked up KOs as well. Like Grass Pledge picking up the KO, and Water Pledge I think got the KO on. Oh God, what was it?
The Water Pledge got the KO on
Excadrill. That was it. It got the KO on Excadrill. Oh no, Victini went straight down with a Hydro Vortex.
Hydro Vortex. I did think that Team Jamie should have made that. I know they were in Trick Room, but I felt the Blastoise should have tried at least speed creeping the other Blastoise, just so if they didn't speed creep, the fake out would have gone first, and they would have got that Trick Room up.
But they were very, very hard into Trick Room, like this week. Like even the Rotom-Fan underspeeding Blastoise and Venusaur.
Yeah.
Just to be sure, just in case. Rotom-Fan came in very, very clutch at the end of the game for them. They picked up 2 KOs on the Metagross and the Blastoise to put potentially 5-0 game down to a 1-0 in the end, thanks to the help of T-Tar at the end as well.
Yeah.
But I think the big decider of the match was the Z move from Porygon Z. Z Hyper Beam. It was max special attack, Quiet Nature into Landorus T. I calced it as well. 252 HP, 88 special defense, a 62.5% chance to Oko, and it lived.
Landorus coming out like a champion.
Yeah, Landorus coming out the other side like a champion and knocking it out with the superpower, which took their massive offensive presence off the field.
Yeah.
Very happy to see that kind of thing. Porygon Z. Oh, I have bad times with Porygon Z. Let's not get into that here.
Porygon Z is great.
Now is not the place to get into my quarrels with Porygon Z. Let's not do it.
I'm just happy Rotom-Fan did better than Rotom Frost.
I know. Rotom Frost didn't even come this week. Shut up. We're not going into this. We're not having this discussion.
Alright, let's move on before we get carried away.
Let's not get carried away here.
To go on?
I think not particularly from this match, but
I mean, burning the Metagross was a good play.
Yeah,
very good play.
Burning Metagross was very good for them. Again, it actually kept the Rotom-Fan alive in the end. Obviously,
it allowed it to get more kills and stuff.
Yeah, allowing it to take out those other threats on the other side of the field.
Yeah.
I think being able to work out that they were Trick Room very early on really helped Drinking Birds.
Oh yeah. They both played well.
Yeah,
I like how Jimmy managed to pull it back all the way.
They both played a very solid game, but Team Drinking Birds were on point this week and thoroughly deserved their 1-0 win.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's move on to our fourth match. Oh, we have a lot of talking points with this. We have a fun one with this one. Team Not Scored versus Team Dream Ball. Not Scored bringing Flex, Swole, Buzzwole, Malamar, Leaky, Arcanine, Suicune, and Mega Garchomp. With Team Dreamble bringing Zapdos, Tapu Fini, Bronzong, Scrafty, Zygarde, and Heatran. And the first thing to see there, no Celesteela. Good job, guys. You're not bringing Stall this week. Very happy to see that.
I mean, Toast predicted it in the weekly preview / pick-ons. He said that he doesn't even... He predicted well.
He did predict very well, but I'm just happy, alright. I'm happy it didn't come.
I really enjoyed that team builder when they accidentally clicked on Credilli and Celesteela and they had like no moves, and that was fun to watch.
Outright saying, yeah, he's like, yeah, these aren't coming to the match.
That's a bluff.
It's good to see. It's good. It's good to see the entertainment in these videos. But again, I watched from Team Dreamball's side, and I
watched Nosco's side because of the comfy.
Straight away the opening turn, the very first move of the match, Buzzwole Acid Downpour onto Tapu Fini. Now I saw that come out and I thought this Tapu Fini is not living. I think they thought this Tapu Fini is not living. But tell me that this is the face of a man who did not believe that it was living. I'm showing a picture of Wolfie's reaction to the Fini living the Acid Downpour on 2 HP on screen right now. Tell me that is a man who did not calc for this. And they definitely did. I have the set written down as well. 252 HP, 68 defense, giving it enough to live the Z Poison Jab. I imagine it would have been from Buzzwole.
Yeah, was it a guaranteed live or was it like a chance?
I didn't calc it. I had the set, but that live was very clutch. I think it was. I think it had to be a pretty high roll for it to knock it out.
Z Crystals aren't doing their job this week. Landorus tanking. I mean, some of them have been doing it, but Landorus tanking.
Yeah, some of them
Landorus forgetting theirs, and Buzzwole not picking up theirs, and Corkscrew Crash also not picking up. Come on, Z Crystals.
Yeah, later on,
Step it up.
We'll get to that later on, but after that, it was able to Moonblast the Malamar, which gave it the special attack rise, but in vain, as it was then finished off by the Electric Z move from Zapdos immediately after, which I thought they didn't really need to do that. I thought
quite bulky.
I know that Malamar could be quite bulky, but did they have to Gigavolt Havoc?
It depends on the set. They may have like calced for a.
I should have calculated for that instead of trying to calculate for everything else. But
yeah, while you talk, I'll calc.
All right, you go do that. Look at their sets. Calc for a Thunderbolt. I'm fairly certain the Zapdos had, but we'll move on from that. It took until turn 4 for something else to die after that. Zapdos finally going down to an Ice Punch. We'll get to Ice Punches. Everyone knows by now. We'll get to that. I believe it was turn 8. Zygarde in with just after the Misty Terrain had gone down. Zygarde carrying the Arcanine with 1,000 Waves, and then Lord and behold, it got frozen by an Ice Punch. Now, this was at a point where Team Dreamball had a lot of momentum at this point in the match. They were playing very well. They were playing very well around Team Not Scored's switches and just their moves in general. But that freeze really, really damaged their team, and they did very well to try and recover from it. But being frozen was not the best for them, and rightfully they did swap out into Leaky to finally pick up the kill on the Zygarde 50%. Shouts to Leaky for picking up a KO. That's some nice stuff. I like seeing that.
Yeah.
Again, thank you.
Leaky's great.
I know Leaky's great, but you wouldn't expect it to be against in this kind of matchup. But it's just so bulky. It ate a lot of hits before it finally went down to Moonblast from Fini. Then we get to the end of the game.
But before you get to that, I'm going to say it again. Even though I said it in the last video, I absolutely loved Buzzwole flexing through that Corkscrew Crash.
Oh, hell. I mean, everyone loves Buzzwole flexing through everything. When it gets hit, it flexes. When it heals, it flexes. When it goes down, it flexes. It has to show itself off, and it really did in this match. As you can see on screen, it picked up 3 KOs in this match on the Zapdos, the Tapu Fini with a superpower, and eventually the Heatran as well. Right at the end of the game, this was where Heatran and Bronzong were against the Buzzwole and Suicune on just one side of the field now for Team Not Scored. All Bronzong had to do was just hit a Zen headbutt as the Heat Round went down. That's all it had to do. No.
It would have actually won them the game.
It would, yeah, it would have won them the game if they'd hit the Zen headbutt. But no, Lord and behold, no, they have to miss it. So missing the Zen headbutt allowed Boswell to just chunk Bronzong down to about 50% before it finally goes down, allowing Suicune to just scald it to death.
Yeah, it would have lost the 1v1 of that based on the damage outputs.
Yeah, based on the damage of the Bronzong Zen headbutt onto Suicune, it was killing in 3.
Yeah,
and unless it was a min roll, I imagine, unless it was an absolute min roll, that Zen headbutt was definitely killing Suicune. So Team Not Scored very fortunate to come out with a 1-0 win against the reigning champions.
I have this calc now, and it was a 284 HP, 144 Speed F Malamar Adamant, and 128 plus Special Attack Modest. Was only doing 40.8 to 48%, and Gigavolt Havoc was doing 79.2 to 93%. So the Malamar must have taken some damage.
Oh, the Malamar did it. It had taken a Moonblast before,
okay,
which was
cool.
just over 50%, which meant the T-Bolt would not have killed. So there we have it. Gigavolt Havoc apparently was necessary in order to take out the Malamar.
Yeah.
Well, at least we got that covered.
That's all.
Congrats to Team Not Scored. They did play well, but were very fortunate, like I say, to come out with that 1-0 victory. So let's move on to our 5th game of the week. Team Cyberbaz and Team Mythical.
Oh, no.
Look, they could see it on the screen. You don't have to emphasize it. All right?
No.
We don't want to make this... All right, let's just go for it. Team Cyberbaz have Mega Aerodactyl, Azumarill, Raichu, Bruxish, Breloom, and Volcarona. Team Mythical with Garchomp, Nidoking, Mega Medicham, Mega Glalie, Chandelure, and Cresselia.
Can we remove the Raichu from existence, please?
Yeah, I want to talk about the Raichu very quickly.
It's disgusting but brilliant.
Yeah, this is one of those sets that I like that they thought of it, but I hate that it worked.
Yes.
Fake out with Fling King's Rock on the Raichu. Oh,
when I watched it for the battle code, I saw a nice. I honestly predicted a nice paralyze from a light ball. And I was like, these guys are monsters. And then it flinched, and I was like, nah, they're even worse.
No, no, it's like a grounded Togekiss the way they did that.
Yeah.
That was just mean.
It was also
that was to take out the Mega Medicham on the opposing side of the field for Team Mythical, and needless to say, it worked. Let's just go straight off the bat. Like the opening matchup: Mega Aerodactyl, Azumarill versus Garchomp, Nidoking. Nidoking taking heavy damage as it takes out the Mega Aerodactyl. After the Aerodactyl completely annihilates the Garchomp with an Ice Fang. It was so quick. Yep, and Azumarill eventually taking out the Nidoking with Aqua Jet. I believe, yes. And then the Flings Rock came in.
Yeah, that thing.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, I didn't watch it from Mythical side. I watched it from Cyberbaz's.
I watched it.
They forget to Mega Evolve on one of that Pokemon.
They did forget to Mega Evolve on the Glalie. We will get to that in a moment. Raichu faking out the Mega Medicham first time round, and then flinging the King's Rock the second time round to flinch it as Azumarill knocked it out with Play Rough, and that really just set the tone for the match. That was turn 3. Yeah. That was turn 3. That was turn 3, and they were 5-3 up, Team Cyberbaz. Yeah. So by that point, there was nothing much they could do. Chandelure came in, and it got taken out by a Thunderbolt.
Glalie came in.
Yeah, this would not have happened, however, if Glalie had Mega Evolved.
And it is unfortunate. When they go to change their move, it doesn't remember that you clicked Mega Evolve, so you have to click it again.
Yes, but Marty, please make sure that you remember to press the Mega button before your move. Please make sure that it is not available. It is not there. It's like all lit up. Make sure you do that, because that would have knocked out the Raichu very quickly.
Yeah.
But it did live, and it was able to take out the Chandelure.
Yeah.
The Mega Glalie eventually going down to a Breloom Muck Punch as it came in, and Azumarill finishing up the job after belly drumming on turn 6 to knock out Cresselia with Play Rough. So a 5-0 victory there to Team Cyberbaz.
They played fantastically.
They played a very good match. Azumarill just sat there the entire game.
Just over in 8 turns. Monstrous.
It was 7 turns.
7? Ah.
7. Yes, it was over very quickly. We didn't even get to see Bruxish or Volcarona, which is a shame. I love Bruxish.
There were a bunch of sets in the team builder. I have it in front of me that I...
Oh, please do go on. I did not see their team builder, so I would not know.
Oh, you did not?
I did not. No.
Ah, okay.
Please go.
Let me just open it. They had skill swap on their Cresselia, so I was interested to see what they wanted to trick Levitate onto. And their goal guys had Ghostium Z with Trick or Treat and Phantom Force, which would have given them +1 everything and turned something weak to Phantom Force.
No. Okay, that would have been fun to see it. I would have very much liked to have seen that.
The only thing that was kind of... I don't think the goal guys even came, though, so that wouldn't happen.
The goal guys did not come.
Yeah, if it did come, a counterproductive thing would have been the Chandelier of Haze, accidentally hazing away...
away the boosts.
Yeah, but I don't think they'd be silly enough to do that, but it would have been nice to see that happen, but...
Would have been nice to see that come, but unfortunate that they were to go... Yeah.
You've got to decide what you got to bring on Team Preview. If Gore Guys did nothing, then there's no point bringing it.
It's unfortunate to see them go down in such a manner in the first week. Let's hope.
I believe that they'll pull it back. I don't think this will be a running thing with them.
It's more a learning experience. Also, something I noticed the lack of protecting. Did they have many protect mons on that team?
I just closed them and open it again. 1 Mega Glalie, 2 Chandelier, 3 Gorgeist, 4 Garchomp, 5 Cresselia. They had 5.
Total of 5 in total, but did not see too many come out there. They played very aggressively, and it did cost them against a similarly aggressive team. But again, unfortunately that happened. We hope that in week 2 they have a much stronger matchup. I believe they're against Team Jamie week 2, so strength to strength. Really, this is not the best opening matches for them, but let's hope they perform well. As we move on to our 6th and final matchup, the one where everyone will now be angry at us, it is Team Flawless versus Team Juice. Team Flawless bringing Salamence, Galvantula, Mammothswine, Hooper Unbound, banned for Season 2 Magearna, Season 3 Magearna. It will be. After this matchup, it will most certainly will be. And Togekiss. And Team Juice bringing Tornadus T, Crocodile, Vivillon, Aegislash, Volcanion, and Kieran Black.
I just need to pause you for a sec there. Not just this match, a lot of matches to come. This Magearna will be showing its prowess in doubles.
Oh yeah, we know that. I'm not sure if any of you can see the 5 kills that it managed to rack up this week.
Oh, only 5? Nah, it's just a little bit. Just a little bit. That's an average for every Pokemon in the first week.
This is just unprecedented.
Yeah.
You can't fault Team Juice at all. They played a fantastic game.
Yeah. I would have assessed the threat a little bit sooner with Magearna, but there wasn't much they could do after the webs were up, and Magearna had started its assault. Yeah, so
with the matchup it had, like Magearna coming in against Vivillon and Crocodile, I believe. Vivillon Crocodile, I believe, was out at the time. Coming in on that matchup and being able to start racking up the kills so easily, just really set the ball rolling for them, and they managed to maintain that pressure very well. You can't fault them for that. Once they had
taking it to a 2-0 against Magearna, sitting there killing everything is very impressive.
I mean more from Team Flawless. Once they had that momentum, they just kept the pressure up constantly, and just Team Juice just could not recover. This was from a 6-3 up position. Team Juice were in a 6-3 up position. They started extremely well, playing around the Tailwind by Salamence, being able to get the double knockout with Tornadus T from Icy Wind. Aegislash taking out Mammothswine in one hit. It dropped like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah.
My lord, that went down so quick.
Those webs were placed fantastically. They were placed at the right time, and without any hazard control on that side, there was nothing that was stopping Magearna.
I was about to mention it. Team Juice not bringing any kind of hazards when you look at the opponent's team, you see a Mamoswine and you see a Galvantula, both very prominent setters. You do not let Hazard stand.
Do they actually have a hazard removal? I don't think
no,
they do.
They
no,
did.
They
I watched their team builder. They did not have any hazard removal.
Their whole team. There is not a single one on
there was no removal, which really hindered them in the end game. Again, it was able to outspeed.
There was nothing they could have done.
The
whole team has no hazard removal.
I mean, once the webs were up and Magina was in, starting to rack up the kills, everything was being outsped by it and just going down.
Yeah.
Vivillon went down so very quickly. Crocodile went down very quickly. Tornadus was finally finished off. Aegislash was taken out by the Hyperspace Fury from Hooper Unbound, which is the only other kill that was not Magina, before finishing off with Star with Fleur Cannon onto Kieran Black.
Yep.
And oh god, I can only imagine what it will do later on.
I really would have felt bad for Team Juice as they watched all of their Pokemon just slowly.
Just not even slowly. This was very quickly.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna have a look at them again. Did it have Flash Cannon? It did have Flash Cannon. They risked it there.
They did.
They could have missed that Fleur Cannon. They could have gone all hell for that.
I think by that point though, it was a bit too late. It was a bit too late.
It wasn't even max speed. We only had 108 speed to speed creep things at -1. That was good prep.
Yeah. It was very good prep on their side. Clearly, this Beryl and Angus should not be underestimated at all. But the fact that
the team they have,
not with the team they have a really good, solid team. And
they nearly, well, not them, but Beryl and Shofu nearly made top cut last season.
I know they did. This is almost like sweet vengeance for Beryl, because they played Team Juice at the start of last season and were very swiftly dispatched. 5-0, I believe it was last season. But now this time, being able to come in and sweep with Magina against the team that beat her at the start of last season, that must be a bit of a sweet feeling. Surely.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd be feeling pretty good about that. That a 2-0 victory to Team Flawless. Also, one thing we didn't mention, Togekiss getting 2 ancient power boosts in a row.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. We ignore it.
we ignore the ancient power boosts. No,
yeah, they don't really matter because of the misclick on. Well, the running out of time, not misclick. Running out of time and being forced to click follow me over Roost.
I do see it mattering kind of a bit because it just made it. It just died.
Mattered.
It died a lot slower.
Yeah.
Right.
But it would have mattered a lot more. The time didn't run out, and
it would have mattered.
Forced to click follow me.
It would have mattered a lot more if they made the right play. But by that point, Magina had already started its role.
Yeah, they couldn't make the right play. It ran out of time. It forced them to click it.
It was over. And I believe that wraps up all 6 of our matches. So now, after all of that, we're going to go into our standings after week 1. So if you have a look, we have our bottom 6 of the table here. You will see the green dashed line at the top. That is the line needed to get into the top 6, the playoffs. So as you can see at the bottom, Team Mythical on 12th position with a -5 difference. Subs on -4. Juice on -2 in 10th. Jamie, Dreamball, and Blue Hunnits all on -1, and all in alphabetical order for the bottom 6. And at the top, right in first place, is Team Cyberbaz with that +5 difference. Team Wee Disney on +4 in second. You'll see the gold dash line there needed to get the automatic spots for the semi-finals. That is what the teams will be playing for once they top cut. We want to keep this competitive. So having that top 2 automatic semi-final place just keeps those matches as entertaining as possible for you guys. Team Flawless coming in 3rd place with a +2, and in 4th place Team Drinking Birds, 5th Team Not Scored, and 6th Team Leaky with the -1 difference because they
+1.
No, they have a -1 difference because they do not get the KOs from Mega Steelix KOing the Lele and the Rotom Heat dying to sand.
On your slide it has Drinking Birds Not Scored a +.
Yeah, they're at +1, but Team Leaky's at negative. I was talking about Team Leaky, yes. Yeah. That's what I was talking about there. And as we wrap up the video, we will go on to our MVP standings, and it is absolutely no surprise to see Magina #1 there for Team Flawless. 5 kills, no deaths with the +5 difference. Azumarill coming in 2nd place Always the bridesmaid, never the bride for Azumarill. It was second overall last season, only behind Mega Metagross. Now it's second behind Magearna. What is it with Azumarill being behind Steel types?
Yeah, it's a water type. No, that's good.
What do you mean? Azumarill is fantastic. if it weren't for these damn bannable things, Azumarill would be running riot, and damn well it should. Buzzwole in third there with 3 kills, and the 1 death sending it into third place. And we look to the rest of the top 10 there. Tapu Koko, Blastoise, Aegislash, Bronzong, Crobat, Mega Sharpedo, and Mega Steelix all on 2 kills. Koko with no deaths, and Blastoise being the only winner of the rest of those there, setting it apart from the rest. You can see the full MVP table on the Season 2 document. You'll see everything. I think something like 38. I think Mons on there right now from how many knockouts there were. I'll quickly check that actually. Well, there were exactly 38. So I
would like to say that I do enjoy seeing different Mons on the kill leaderboard. Like normally you see all the top threats, but seeing Bronzong and Blastoise is really nice.
That's going to be very good to see. Hopefully we'll see more things like that. Quick honourable mention to Rotom Fan and Tornadus T, who missed out simply on alphabetical order. That's just how it worked. It was the very last ranking logic that we had. Unfortunately, they missed out, but they were very impactful for their respective teams, Team Jamie and Team Juice. 2 KOs each, and hopefully we'll continue to see them doing well. Maybe they'll climb into the top 10 next week. Who knows? T-Tar also won 2 kills. One of them was passive, which is the reason why it did not make the top 10. But on that, we will wrap up the video now. Thank you guys very much for watching. We are currently shuffling around our schedules for our uploads, so hopefully we will have more information on that very soon for you. And we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing to the Multi-Battle League channel, liking the video, sharing it, doing whatever you can, as it helps support us as analysts, and it helps more people get access to it, really. That's all we want out of this. More people to be informed about the Multi-Battle League. We hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you very, very soon.
See you guys.
Bye.